Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I'm just in the office doing some continuing education. Love that. I just wanted to have a chat today in regards to the property tax increase that they approved at council on Monday. It went up 2.89%. It's going to go up this year. Let me just find my notes. As much as it did go up this year, it was actually a drop from what they expected. So just like they did 2.89 this year, they're going to expect to have it go 4% next year, then close to 5%, I believe, the year after that. So as much as it did increase, it was a decrease from what was anticipated. And one of the things that I thought that was very interesting was it wasn't, not everybody's hand went out. Terry Legowski, I believe is how I pronounce his last name. I apologize if it's not. He did not approve or raise his hand for the budget, as his thing is that with all the new area structure plans that are available, we should be able to carry some of those costs from one plan to another, so that it's not a new fee every time. Some of the area structure plans can go from A to B to A to B. Another one was Glenn Finstad mentioned as well that as a council they need to be aware that when they put costs back, and they keep saying, well, we're going to do that then next year, we're going to do that again next year, or just like this year, it was supposed to be 4, but it got dropped down to maybe 1 year. We're not going to be able to drop it down. So again, just to be mindful of that. So as well, the administration mentioned that in the last few months, inflation has went up to 3% on their side. So the fact that inflation is going up and they're seeing 3% on their side, and we were able to approve a budget less than inflation, I think is pretty. I think is pretty good, because if we can beat inflation, then that's great. So what they ended up approving was the operational costs went up 0.83. So in my opinion, I think that would be minimum wage went up. So operational costs are going to have to go up as well, just because it's going to cost more money to operate, because we have to, in the end, have to pay for that minimum wage increase. So the RCMP building is getting increased or getting expanded, and we're getting one new RCMP member. So that is 1.32% of that budget goes to the RCMP building. Instead of building a new RCMP building like they did with the fire hall on the west side, they're just going to expand the current one. So and then we have to pay for the RCMP, like their what is it called now? When you get a wage, like their salary, we have to pay that. So that's 1.32%. And then of course the transit. So with that accord to the airport, that's going to make Leduc being able to get to the airport faster and more smoothly. That is 0.74 of the increase. Now they did say that we are getting less commercial revenues, so that is why a lot of their things is that they're not getting a lot of the commercial that they need. So they're about $800,000 out of the operational base from next year they're putting into this year. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of commercial buildings that we need to get. I know I spoke up in the public commentary afterwards stating that I think strip malls in our centers and our communities and our neighborhoods, I think as much as it's probably not 800,000, I think it's very needed. And they get filled up really fast. Look at the one in West Side and the one in South Fork. Those are now running no vacancies, and they filled up really fast because the neighborhoods need commercial buildings. So I did speak up at that in council, stating that I think that that's an easy way to get commercial revenues. So just so everybody knows where the tax increase came from, 2.89 is what it's going to go up for our side of the property taxes, let alone what the provincial government's going to state at their time. But it went down from what they anticipated, just like we're going to hope again next year it's going to go down from what is anticipated. So 2.89, that's the breakdown of where it was, and just being aware that it was not everybody's hand didn't go up, so it wasn't approved all the way around. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Happy Wednesday. As you can see here, I got a little bit of a cold, so I'm going to go and drink some hot beverages. So goodbye, everybody.